Klaus Schwab is stepping down from the World Economic Forum after 53 years as its chief executive officer. It started up in 1971, but the question is, who is going to replace him? Is the person who's going to come in going to be even worse or as bad as Klaus Schwab himself? It's a little bit of light relief and there's a little bit of a cause for celebration that he's going. But if he's replaced by someone like Tony Blair, as people are saying, then the program of the World Economic Forum carries on. And of course, the most famous phrase from their propaganda we know is, "You will own nothing and be happy." Well, the only way that's going to happen is if you are drugged up to the max and you're wearing your VR goggles, sitting in your smart city, and you're not allowed to leave your 15-minute neighborhood because you won't need to, because everyone is going to bring you some factory-produced biomass to eat with a drone operated by 5G. This is the dystopian future they have for you, and they will want to implement through all of their minions who have gone through their Young Global Leaders program and have been, as Klaus Schwab says, used to penetrate the cabinets of all the governments around the world. That sounds very painful, and it is. It's painful for us if we get their programs and their policies implemented, such as lockdowns, such as vaccine passports, digital identity, central bank digital currency, and the rest. And of course, we won't be able to have proper food. We won't have cows or sheep or fruit or vegetables. We're going to have, as I said, horrible factory produced food. There is a war on farmers going on at the moment, and this is again to do with the climate agenda and the related 17 Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations. And if you look at them, they all look lovely on the surface, but underneath the surface, you can see that they are going to introduce a dystopia where we don't have any freedom and where we don't have a proper education. One of them, for example, says equality for all. What that means is we're all going to be equally poor and equally restricted with our freedom. It's not the kind of equality that I want or anybody really wants. We have equality of opportunity where everyone can rise to the top and become prosperous, and by using their talents and skills to the best and developing themselves in whatever way they want to. But if you go to a school, a state school these days, you don't learn skills which will make you excellent in any field. You tend to learn about what your pronouns are and how you're bad and your race is bad and your country is bad, and there is no such thing as biological sex, even though there clearly is. This is the ridiculous dystopian future that we have with the World Economic Forum, the WHO, the UN, and other organizations. So while it's very nice that Klaus Schwab is finally leaving the scene and stepping down, I mean, it's not because of anything bad. He's an old man now. He's in his 80s, so he's coming up to retirement. Maybe he should have been retired a long time ago. There are many people who will carry on the program, but there are more of us who are against these things and want to maintain our freedom and stand against tyranny than there are of them. So the good news is, if we all stand up together and we all resist together when they try to implement the next phase of whatever they want to do, getting us all to be conscripted to go and fight Russia, which is ridiculous, or get us all to lock down and close our businesses again and stand 6 meters apart and go one way round the supermarket if we want to buy some food. Sorry, let's just not do that and carry on living life as we want to be, as free human beings, and say no to the WEF, no to the WHO, no to the UN, no to climate alarmism, and no to anyone who wants to take away our freedom and impose any kind of tyrannical restrictions on us whatsoever.